Tonight, family and friends of a star athlete from the Bay Area are preparing to lay him to rest.
18-year-old Dylan Jenkins was home for the holidays when he was shot and killed just before New Year's Eve. News Channel 8's Melanie Michael live at the Tampa News Center tonight with more on the tragic loss. Melanie.
Keith and Jen, good evening to you both. You know, Dylan Jenkins played football at Riverview High School and was recruited to play at Madonna University in Detroit. He was there for one single semester as a freshman, but he made such an impact. So much so, the university president and his wife are here in the Bay Area tonight for Dylan's funeral.
Here's my question. Salute to the president of the school for coming down for his funeral. How many athletes offered to pay for this guy's funeral? You know? Because Floyd could have been you, right? That could have been you strung out on a cocktail of hard street grade products. Trying to use a counterfeit bill at a corner store twice. And the second time you threaten the cashier, so he calls the police on you. Jacob Blake, that could have been you. Violating the stay away order. Restraining order, violating it. Assaulting a woman. And then fighting with cops while brandishing a knife. That could have been you. Mr. Football player, Mr. Basketball player. Shaw Brooks. Beating up two cops. And taking the taser and shooting one of them with it. That could have been you. But this kid, oh, that can't be you. That's not you, right? We're not going to see 1,000 athletes online. Oh, that could have been me. This is why I talk about them the way I do. This is you, a college football player at home for Christmas break. Gets gunned down on some foolishness. That's you, all of you guys. That could have been all of you.
Keith and Jen, good evening to you both. You know, Dylan Jenkins played football at Riverview High School and was recruited to play at Madonna University in Detroit. He was there for one single semester as a freshman, but he made such an impact. So much so, the university president and his wife are here in the Bay Area tonight for Dylan's funeral. At just 18 years old, Dylan Jenkins was a young man destined for great things. The young athlete was chasing his dreams, playing football and running track at the college level.
Looking for guys that want to compete in the classroom, compete on the field, that loves football, and Dylan matched that. And so we went after, to get him up here.
Back home for the holidays, Dylan was with friends at this park. That's when someone drove by and began shooting. Dylan was shot in the back and did not survive.
Okay, so when we find the guys who came by here and sprayed this group of guys and shot this football player, are they going to get a life sentence? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to get a life sentence. And that's how this country has changed so much. You know the Sunman criminal ain't getting no life sentence. But the glider, off to the gallows. They gonna catch this guy if they do. And he gonna get, what? They may give him 20 years, 30 years, but he'll be home one day. If they catch him. In most of these cases in the Sun community, they don't catch the guy.
Back home for the holidays, Dylan was with friends at this park. That's when someone drove by and began shooting. Dylan was shot in the back and did not survive. Investigators say he was not the intended target, simply an innocent bystander. His college football coach faced a difficult task in the aftermath of this tragedy.
I mean, it was very difficult for me today, having to, clean out his dorm for him. My wife, washing all of his clothes. And
the head football coach from Madonna University says Dylan was a natural, someone who inspired others to always be better, simply by being himself, a people person with a positive attitude. The two also shared a fun rivalry in the Bay Area, since Dylan's coach attended Sarasota High School and his star player was a Riverview graduate.
And a lot of people know I went to Sarasota High, I hated seeing him wear, that Ram shirt every day underneath his pads. But he would just do it just to get underneath my skin a little bit. I just loved it.
Dylan's high school football coach fought back tears when talking about the 18-year-old, a young life with so much potential, taken far too soon.
It's tough because, it never should have happened.
And we want to let you know that a GoFundMe was started for Dylan's family. It has reached its goal of $10,000.
How many athletes donated? I bet you none. I would bet you dollars to donuts, none. Because they don't see themselves in... I do a story like this every week of some athlete, college athlete, high school athlete getting killed. They don't see themselves in that. They see themselves in crackheads and junkies and transients and misfits. God, those pasty liberals have done a number on you, Sunmen athletes, man.
And we want to let you know that a GoFundMe was started for Dylan's family. It has reached its goal of $10,000. The organizer of the GoFundMe page says that money will be used to pay for the cost of the memorial and the funeral. And Keith, by the way, Dylan's killer is still out there. Sarasota.
Oh, yeah. By the way, the killer's still out there. No description on the killer, even though, there were several people there who, could have given us a description on the killer. But no description for you guys. Because, you don't need a description. It's Tampa Bay. Like, you know who did this. It's a city. Like, there's no reason to even, tell you. Like, duh, you know who did it. But, we'll give you a description of the car. And, the police out there looking for whatever. Blase blah.
And Keith, by the way, Dylan's killer is still out there. Sarasota detectives are hard at work trying to find this person and bring whoever it is to justice.
It is a loss. Thank you, Melanie Michael, live in our Tampa News Center.